Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're in that one over there right now. Sorry about that.
Appreciate that.
Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in today as we continue our series talking to high school basketball coaches as we get ready for the season to begin. My guest today is Kevin Bowen of the Cisne High School Running Lions, and we're going to talk about the Lions as well as all kinds of different things. He's another Eastern Illinois grad. Kevin, thanks very much for coming in. Appreciate that. We'll talk to you more in just a second. What's going on here on Wabash Catch TV and around the area here on this Thursday, November 15th? Well, apparently there's no school today because the snow and sleet and freezing rain knocked school out for everybody. But there are still some things going on, and barring any cancellations that I haven't heard about, let me tell you about a few things going on. By the way, thank you so much for tuning in here to a Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV over in Salem on Channel 3, here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25, depending on whether you have fiber. Also in Louisville, Fairfield, Jeff, Cisne, all over the place on Channel 100. Today down in Fairfield, it's the Fairfield Memorial Hospital are having their Diabetes Education Support Group meeting. That'll be tonight, and that's at 4 p.m. at the Medical Arts Complex Education Room. Also tonight down in Fairfield, they got the big travelogue continuing. Steve McCurdy will be bringing the program tonight. I talked to him a couple of years ago. This is Scenes from an Italian Journey, and that'll be down at the First Baptist Church. It is sponsored by the Fairfield Rotary Club and the Wayne County Farm Bureau. If you want tickets, go ahead. And by the way, I believe this is the first one of the year. Season tickets are $30 a piece. They're available down there in McDowell, Kinchlow, and Jessup. Again, the show is tonight at the First Baptist Church at 7:15. Also going on today over in Centralia, big community blood drive. There have been a lot of blood drives lately around the area, and that's because as you're going into the wintertime, people get sick. You need more blood and platelets, so do make plans if you're on time to give blood. This will be at the American Legion over there in Centralia from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. today. All donors can register for a turkey or a ham or a pie from Moran, Queen Boggs Funeral Home. All right, also tonight, it's back for this weekend only, Clue over in Salem, the Salem Community High School Drama Club presenting Clue. That'll be at 7 o'clock tonight at the Salem Theater and Cultural Center. They had a big weekend last weekend, I heard, and they're doing it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this weekend too. So take a look if you have time to go out there and watch the kids. They're having fun. Here in Flora tonight, there's all kinds of things going on. It's the Weight Loss Surgery Support Group meeting. If you've had a weight loss bariatric surgery at 6:30 tonight, stop down there at the historic Flora Depot and talk things over with friends and see how everybody needs a little support. That's for sure. Another blood drive. I talked about the one in Centralia. This one is going on in Olney today. It's the American Red Cross at 1 o'clock this afternoon. It'll be at the VFW in Olney, starting at 1 o'clock, goes till about 6 o'clock. Either one of these, you can go to redcrossblood.org and then log in, and you can you fill out a form and make an appointment, and it makes it a lot quicker for you. At Heritage Woods tonight, the Hoosier Prairie Baptist Church kids are going to be there. They'll be at 6:30 this evening, 6:30 to 7:30. And also the Clay City, over in Clay City at the Clay City School Commons at 5 o'clock tonight. Presumably they're still doing this even though they're out of school. Clay City High School National Honor Society Chili Supper. That'll be tonight from 5 till 7. The cost is $5 per person. It includes a bowl of chili, peanut butter sandwich, brownies, and lemonade. I gotta ask, are you a guy who does peanut butter with your chili?
No, it doesn't agree with me, so I stay away from peanut butter as much as I can.
No kidding.
Yeah. yeah.
You're like the only person who ever works in a school that doesn't have peanut butter and chili.
I like it, but it just
doesn't do. I said earlier, I was talking to Kevin earlier, we are getting so old, Kevin.
I know. That's one of those things that you should never have an issue with food, and then now as I'm getting older, it happens.
I guess it does. It does. Well, you see, you hope it happens.
Yes,
you hope it happens. What's on Wabash tonight? All kinds of good stuff to watch on Wabash. This is the first season finale the first half of the season finale for How to Get Away with Murder, and that'll be on ABC tonight at 9 o'clock. Also, The Good Place on tonight at 7:30. That's on NBC. One other interesting show I thought tonight is The Wine Show. They do it over in Britain. It's on the Ovation channel. That's channel 213 here on Wabash. And what they do is it's a couple of actors. They go around and drink wine all day. It's kind of an interesting show. Kind of like they're going from one winery to another, and you get to watch how that works out. NCAA basketball today. If you are homebound in the snow today, the basketball starts early. You'll love it. At 10:30 this morning, it starts with the tournaments going on. St. Joseph's is the Wake Forest. That'll be on ESPNU today. Also at 10:30, Virginia Tech plays against Ball State. Also at 2 o'clock today, Alabama's at Northeastern, and Purdue is at Appalachian State. That one is at 5. And then they've got this big tournament going on in Madison Square Garden tonight. As at 7 o'clock this evening, it's Syracuse versus Connecticut, and Oregon plays. That'll be followed by Oregon at Iowa. Check that. First one's at 6 o'clock, then followed by Oregon at Iowa. A couple of big games there. Who's your college team? Who do you watch in college?
Probably Illinois. I just like college basketball as a whole, but Illinois is probably my team. If I'm rooting for someone,
yeah.
It hadn't been fun to root for lately.
No, it hasn't. No, you're exactly right. You're entirely right. NCAA football tonight. You're looking for some football to watch? Well, in addition to the NFL, good game tonight in the NFL. Green Bay is at Seattle. That game starts at 7:20. That'll be on the NFL Network, channel 629, also on Fox. NCAA football tonight. It is Toledo at Kent State, and that is at 6 o'clock this evening. Check that. That's at 5 o'clock this evening. Tulane is at Houston. That's at 7. And a doubleheader also on CBS Sports Network. Florida A&M is at North Texas tonight. That's at 8:30. And in the NBA, doubleheader there too. It will be the Golden State Warriors at Houston. That's at 7 o'clock. And that'll be followed by San Antonio at LA Clippers. Both of those games on TNT, channel 633. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is going to be Kevin Bowen, and we are going to talk about all kinds of different things. Do sit back and enjoy. We'll be back right after these words.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. My guest today is Kevin Bowen. He is the... How do you like to be introduced, Kevin? You're the principal as well as the high school basketball coach. That's true. You don't typically see that kind of administration. Usually people coach until they go into administration. Yeah, it's a little different, isn't it? It is a little different. I prefer coach. I feel like that's okay. A most respect for the job that we do as coaches. I think so I'm pleased when people call me coach. Well, that's cool. How is practice going so far this year? It's going pretty well, except the snow today is going to kind of be a little bit of a wrinkle. Each school has different policies, guides on what they do whenever there's a snow day. What are Cisne's? Do you guys do you have? We don't have official practices, but it's basically if the kids can get in the gym. Some of them live around the town there. Yeah. Roads are okay if they're in the town. So I'll open up the gym if you want to come in. You can come in. It's nothing mandatory. Just keep basketball in their hands, and the kids are typically out doing things anyway. How about games? Games, it's usually if it's a day of a game, we don't play. There's no policy in place. It's common sense. Yeah. I know there are some that have the rule set in place. Yeah. And oftentimes a snow or ice will melt throughout the course of the day. Correct. And the weather guys are getting a lot better at predicting, aren't they? They are, but they still miss. And that would be the great job to have as far as being productive, because you don't have to. Half the time to be right. You don't have to be right. Nobody's really unhappy with you. Well, that's cool. I hadn't really thought about it that way. All right, now we'll talk coaching in a second, but since I have you here as the administrator as well, or since you're an administrator as well, how is the decision made? When do you cancel school? Or does the superintendent make it, or with input, I guess, right? Yeah, basically our superintendent's going to be out driving roads, talking to the transportation director, and then area board members, if there's someone out in the roads that we know live in certain areas, we make contact, and then ultimately the superintendent makes the call on that. Okay, I didn't know if they listened to Jeff Lyon or somebody over there in Evansville or whoever on the weather and say, if it's going to like for instance yesterday they were saying, it's snowmageddon coming snowmageddon coming last night, and it snowed. It was there's nothing wrong with taking the day off, and the kids' safety is paramount, but a lot of times I'm in the media business, and I do know that occasionally weather people will exaggerate.
Yeah, they do. And, that is a tough position to be in. I'm glad I don't have to make that call. As far as the school, and I guess when I was teaching and coaching the first time around, I thought we should always be in school.
Yeah.
And then I started sitting at the desk that I sit at now.
Is that right?
Different. You think a little differently.
Changes your perspective, doesn't it?
It does. And I am definitely I err on the side of caution more now.
Yeah.
I really do.
All right, tell me about Kevin Bowen. Where'd you go to school? Where'd you go to high school?
High school, went to Mount Vernon High School, graduated 94.
94.
I was fortunate to play on some very good basketball teams. I think my 4 years of high school, we were in the sectionals every year.
Yeah. I went down to saw you play at the sectionals, I think. And then you get in the Super one year?
My sophomore year, I was
that
not
Jamar's year?
No, Jamar would have been, he was a year older than that group. Jamar just went to the sectionals.
Okay.
His senior year, they went to the sectional. I think got beat by Centralia, I think.
Okay.
Then,
talking about Jamar Sanders, by the way. One of the finest players out of Mount Vernon, but who knew right behind him was another kid that was maybe one of the best players ever.
Yeah.
Kent Williams.
Yeah, Kent was several years behind him. Kent's actually 5 years, I think, younger, 4 or 5 years younger.
So you never played with Kent Williams?
No. Back in that time, and Mount Vernon's always had a rich history of basketball, but there were a lot of regional, sectional, super sectional games. Never, as a high school player, never involved in any kind of state tournament as far as beyond super sectionals. But I was in the stands, or not in the stands, for a lot of sectional games as growing up, and then got the opportunity to be on the SIU floor as a sophomore, warming up. I did not.
You didn't get to play?
but back then it was, it was a.
Who beat you that night?
Collinsville, Richard Keene.
Richard Keene, Richard Keene. Okay, that gives me all right. That's okay. I got you. 19. I thought Keene was older than that. I guess.
As we were talking earlier, I'm older than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he was.
Richard Keene could play.
He could play, and they were good. Collinsville, obviously they went to state and got beat first round. Of course, that was back whenever you had to win that first round game to get into the trophy round. Now
right. He had this one. They still had Friday when you had quarterfinals on Friday,
Correct.
2 games on Saturday.
Correct.
You're a basketball player and coach. Do you like the old format? Do you miss the old format? Do you like the new format? Or what are your thoughts on that?
I'm kind of torn. I like the history that the small school coming from and beating the big school. As far as letting kids experience some situations, look at the Woodlawn, for example.
Right.
They've been able to experience some a lot of success.
Yeah. Cesar Valier, that one year.
Yeah. And so those opportunities are neat, and so I guess I'm a little bit torn. I like the opportunity for us. I think we have more of a chance every year in a regional.
Well, that's true.
We do, and unfortunately, Cisne Basketball has never attained a regional.
I was going to bring that up.
I know. Believe me, it's right here all the time.
I wasn't going to bring that up. I was talking here with Kevin Bowen. He is the head coach at Cisne High School, and we'll talk about all kinds of other things as we go on this morning. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm going to switch over to that camera if you don't mind. What do you think?
That works.
And we're going to be right back. We're going to talk a lot more with Kevin about the Cisne team, as well as all kinds of other things when we return. Again, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back after these.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome back. Golly, time flies. How come every time you and I come back from commercial, we're talking about how old we are?
Yeah, I
know. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Bowen, he's the head coach over at Cisne, and we've been talking about all kinds of different things regarding basketball, and that's the thing. When you start talking about the last 30 or 40 years of high school basketball in Southern Illinois, you could talk about so many characters, so many people that you know and that you knew at the time. Mount Vernon had a really, really nice run. Your coach was?
My coach, Lee Emery.
Lee Emery, but then Doug Creel took over.
Correct.
And he's had a very successful run.
Very successful.
The thing about Mount Vernon basketball that has been different from everybody else is the style of play.
Yeah.
And in that it's not a fast style.
No, not always. Not always. It's not been that way. And I think if you look at, I know Doug got a lot of hits for, slowing the tempo down.
Yeah.
It was Kent and those guys. They didn't slow it down. They played.
Yeah.
And they went out.
Yeah.
I mean, they were shooting. And a lot of it dictates the guys that can put it in the basket and can shoot. And winning is important.
Sure. And if that's what does it, that's what does it.
You're exactly right. And I've learned a lot from Doug. I worked.
Who did he take hits from? I know the Coach Krill. When you're unusual, when you have an unusual, and you've been around him, and who did he take the hits from? People in the community, other coaches who think you need to speed up, or what?
Basketball's entertainment.
Yeah.
And people that came to a game to watch 60s, 70s, and 80s, and they go up and down. When you're running a motion where it's a dribble drive, you kick it, and you're going to hold it, and you're going to wait for a layup.
Wait for a good shot.
Yeah. And your good shot and my good shot are probably different.
Kevin, your good shot and my good shot are entirely different. My good shot is like underneath, trying to get it in. Your good shot's a lot different from mine.
So it's the entertainment. So they feel like they were probably getting entertained. So there was people in the community feel like that he's restricting players.
Yeah.
And what the coach's assessment of talent level and a parent or community member's assessment of talent level, they're different. I mean, let's just be honest.
We're going to talk a little bit about how, because, eventually we'll get to. Parents do occasionally have an opinion on whether their child or some other child should play.
That happens. And, I've we've had conversations, and what I always point out, that's the parent's job, is to be the protector of that child.
Sure.
My job is to look at the whole.
Yeah.
So, as the whole, here's what's best for our team or this situation. If whether it's in the classroom or if it's on the basketball floor.
So you went on. You left Mount Vernon. You went on to play basketball some at Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. Correct?
Yeah, I left there because I was fortunate to play with good people in high school. I was able to walk on at SIU Edwardsville. I had a really good friend, Tim Holloway, who was a scholarship player there for 4 years, and because of that opportunity he had, they allowed me to come walk on.
How long did you play?
I played for a semester. Okay.
This sounds like my wrestling. This sounds like my wrestling career in Illinois. I wrestled for almost a semester before I was flunking out.
Yeah, I wasn't flunking out, but I was going to redshirt.
Yeah.
And at the time, immature, I wanted to play. I played my whole life. Didn't know what that truly grasped the meaning of redshirt. That was the best basketball thing for me. I didn't understand at the time. And I tell this story around basketball-wise, it was a poor decision.
Really?
Because I think I could have had the opportunity to play. Had I redshirted, continued on.
You could have played later.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the reason they were smarter than I was.
Yeah. But experience kind of does that sometimes, doesn't it? Yeah.
But I've got to tell this. I tell that story around to people, and had I not done that, had I stayed at SIU, I wouldn't have met my wife. So she's quick to elbow me or to point out, yes, but. And so I need to say also that I'm a smart man. The right decision was made.
Tell everybody your wife and family.
Beth is my wife for 18 years.
Where's she from?
She is from Omaha, Illinois. Okay. And I have Maddie, who's a 16-year-old.
We've had her on the volleyball games.
Yeah. And then Cooper is my 12-year-old. He's in 6th grade at middle school. Plays basketball. And Tucker's our 8-year-old.
Okay.
Who is
third grade?
Third grade.
How about that? That's pretty cool. So you don't have a whole basketball team coming, but you got a little bit.
We got the cheerleader and the 2 players.
There
so
you go.
It works out.
There you go. Okay, so you left SIU and SIUE.
Went back to Wren Lake and played actually a year at Wren Lake.
Oh, did you?
And then finished my associates there. Then that's So then I went to Eastern and just
decided to become a teacher.
And I decided to become a coach. I wanted to coach. During my time at Wren Lake, and then also in the summers, Coach Krill. That was back when you couldn't really coach in the summer.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're still not supposed to.
Well, no, you can coach in the summer now.
Oh, really?
You have your contact days. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You have your contact days, and you can actually they've made it to where you can have. If you want to have a practice for 4 hours, you could practice. It's a contact day.
Oh, okay.
So I helped out doing some coaching back when Kent and those guys. I took them to Belleville one year. I think at Centray also in the summer and helped them basketball camps growing up. So big influence on. So
you got that kind of gave you the bug.
Yeah. And I was watching a very good basketball coach at that time.
A very good basketball coach and very good basketball player.
Oh yeah.
So did you got into it more for the coaching side of it than
Yeah.
Well, who would you call then your largest? Who would be the largest influence in your coaching then? Is it because you don't run a Coach Creel offense? I mean, you're patient, but you're not as patient as Mount Vernon.
No, and I think that bits and pieces of it. We've had some kids that could do some things, and we have there was times last year we were very deliberate last year, but not as slow paced. And I think I got a lot of. Coach Emery, Coach Emery and Coach Creel, a lot of information from them. I was fortunate to have very good basketball coaches growing up in elementary school. Steve Rogers was very influential in my life, and Zach Greenwell also, my junior high basketball coach.
That's the thing. You played basketball for, let's add it up, 8-10 years competitively. All right, counting from junior high all the way through college, through Wren Lake, because you didn't play at Eastern, right?
Right.
Correct. Yeah, all the way through Wren Lake. You had ample opportunity to meet and be coached by a wide variety of folks. Does that help? I guess it's the variety probably that helps gives you an idea to bring things into other people? I mean, is that a silly question?
No.
Is the variety a big thing?
Oh, it's huge because you see different ways to play the game.
Right.
Different defenses, different offense, different styles. Up tempo, slow it down.
Well, the guy at SIUE certainly didn't run an offense like they ran at Mount Vernon. That's
right. It's the variety is huge, and it may be something that I don't want to put in, but it may be something I go against.
Yeah.
So you're watching, college basketball. I love watching basketball. I don't like NBA.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just not.
The NBA,
because of what it does to me as a high school basketball coach and the bad things that.
Well, you see, that's an entirely different style of basketball.
Yeah.
It's first of all, at Cisne or in Southern Illinois or in Illinois high school level, you're not going to get the kind of talent that it takes to run NBA processes for the most part.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and the things that they do, how they do things, a little different. They don't. Their movement on their shots. I'm working with my son right now because of all that he's watched. He wants
to be Stephen Curry.
Well, you step back every time you shoot it. Well, it works for those guys because. It works
because they can jump.
Because they can do it.
Yeah.
But when you're, at this age, and I was on some of our players yesterday, they were too much movement in their shot, and it's like shooting at a moving target. I mean, it's going to stay still if you stay still. So your accuracy is going to be better.
I hadn't really thought about that part of it, but I guess the Stephen Curry, the Klay Thompson types of guys who are backing up to take a shot, or for that matter, Kemba Walker won a championship doing it, but he can do that.
Right, and they do that a lot. They practice that. I mean, they put in the hours to master that skill, whereas high school basketball players probably don't put as many hours as those guys.
That's fascinating. I bet you they don't.
I wish they did.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Talking here today with head coach Kevin Bowen from the Cisne High School, the Running Lions. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the Lions and see what's coming up this year for the Lions. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, and we'll be back right after these words. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much. My guest today is Kevin Bowen. He is the head coach of the Cisne Running Lions, and we've been talking about all kinds of different things. Let's talk a little bit about the Running Lions the upcoming season. You said you get a particular number of summer practices.
Right.
How many did you get, how was the participation?
It's not bad. I've got a different philosophy. It's probably different than a lot of coaches. I feel like the summer is very important that we spend a lot of time on skill work.
Yeah,
we don't play a lot.
Work.
We don't play a lot of games, and I think this year we played maybe 3 or 4. And I thought I was crazy until I went to an instruction meeting today, or meeting this past fall, with John Krause, the Oakville head basketball coach.
Yeah, Oakville, who they won state, right?
Won state last year.
Won Class 1A.
And he talked about how for the last 10 years they've not been playing a lot of games in the summer.
Is that right?
That they do a ton of shooting, just a ton of shooting, and it's obviously paid off for them.
Yeah, it worked out okay.
Yes, it has.
Those kids could shoot.
They can shoot, and they're going to be able to shoot this year too. I mean, they didn't
lose much, did they?
No, they didn't. They lost a couple guys, but I think they're going to have a pretty good run again.
Is that right?
Which he did a very good job, obviously.
Coach Lieb's going to like hearing that. They've got him Tuesday.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right.
He's got Pinckneyville Monday and Oakville Tuesday.
Yeah. So we get in, we lift and shoot a lot of that in the summer, and I was happy with participation. You always want more. That's just as a coach, you always want every single person that wants to play basketball. You want them in there. But I also know that summer kids work, kids have baseball. So a lot of times I try to stay away from night stuff because allows kids to have a summer and also play baseball. Those that are that like that. So,
who did we lose from last year's squad?
We lost all 5 seniors.
I thought so you're out of Hoskins kids now.
Yeah, the Hosicks.
Out of Hosicks kids.
Yeah, Hosick and you had Hosick, Josh Ferris, Blake Atwood, Zach Tannehill, Dane Buxton.
That's a good crew.
Those guys were, it was my first year back in it.
Yeah.
They did a very good job of being coachable and doing what we finished the year very, very well. I was really pleased with that. We were in a situation against a very good Altamont team. We had the lead actually. I think with a minute and a half to go, we were up right around 7 points, and we took
North Clay would have liked you to win that game, by the way.
Yeah, that's so it was replacing those guys is tough.
How do you do that?
Our varsity experience is not very much right now.
Yeah.
We have 3 kids that are sophomores that played a little bit as freshmen, and that's the only experience we have coming back.
Is that right?
Varsity experience.
Wow.
So it's going to be a learning process this year. So we're competing every day in practice. The kids will probably tell you that I'm not very happy with how things are going. That's kind of, I'm.
Isn't that the way of all coaches?
That's just how it is.
People do understand that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You hope so.
And the kids do. They know that I'm trying to get the best out of them.
Yeah.
And they're responding. It's funny. I have my 8-year-old son goes to practice every day. The bus drops him off, so he kind of gives the family how things are going. And he was talking about dad yelling the other day in practice, and yeah, I've had to watch.
Well,
he tells on me to my wife. So I got to be careful.
That's the other thing, Kevin. Listening to you today, you can tell that you either have allergies or something, or there might have been a little bit. All right, not a lot of yelling.
No, not a lot of yelling.
Not yelling.
You got to get your point across. And
you got to get your point across. You mentioned this is your second time coaching. You initially started coaching back in what, 2004, 2003?
At Cisne. At Cisne, my first year was 03-04.
Where were you before that?
I was at Salem.
Oh, okay.
I was fortunate enough to coach under John Bowles, who's now the principal there, and I learned a lot from the guys at Salem, Coach Bowles and Coach Scott Stewart, who was a football coach at the time, as athletic director still. Brad Dietering. I learned a lot about coaching, not necessarily X's and O's all the time, but it was just how
managing kids.
Yes. And I still remember Scott Stewart telling me, and it's paid off, about talking about assistant coaches. If you ever get to become a head coach, you want people you can trust. Versus people who may have a little bit more knowledge, but you can't necessarily trust them. And I didn't realize that until I got into the head position. And you start looking at, that is true.
You see, you have it's all about perspectives. Again, you've got a different perspective. You see how maybe some other situations that you're playing against. You see the kind of issues that they have, I guess.
Yeah, you do. And so I felt like really blessed my entire career in education because of the people I've been around.
Well, for several years you coached you coached with Dennis Arnold. Tell us a little bit about Dennis.
Dennis is a very unique individual.
Speaking of guys that you could trust.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I learned a lot from Dennis. I was, when I came to Cisne, it was my my fifth year in basketball, I think education. So I learned a lot on how to handle kids. He helped me understand there's more to life than basketball. And he did a good job of kind of keeping me in check because growing up,
you were fiery. I'll admit it. I don't know if you will, but you were a little fiery as a younger man.
Yeah, I was, and I still probably am a little bit.
Not that bad.
Not as I'm very intense. I feel like
you're intense,
and I'm almost as if I'm playing at the time.
I don't really mean to sit here and be your psychologist. I'm sorry about that, Kevin.
Hey, we all need that. We need that, so that's all right.
That's true. Well, but you coached under Dennis as well as he had him as your assistant coach.
Correct. A unique situation after my first year at Cisne. We switched roles. And
that doesn't happen.
No, and that tells you what kind of person Dennis Arnold is. And that just speaks volumes of his lack of ego, and it was a seamless transition.
Wow.
It was really neat.
Now you're working with Mr.
I got Kyle Sessions.
I'm sorry, I had a brain crack.
From the Florida area. He's a Florida native. Kyle Sessions is our assistant coach. He's the JV head coach. And then Lance Inslee, who played for me back in 03, 04, 04, 05.
What do you got Lance doing? I'm guessing he's working with the big men.
He does, and Lance is very, very smart basketball guy. He sees a lot of things, defensive-minded, and really focuses on anything defensive related. We kind of changed things up defensively this year, so he's. I sent some video, and of course, the next practice he had already watched it, and he's.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's really, really good. Loves doing it, and he's a volunteer, so
you said,
he does.
Well, yeah, it's volunteer. If he's doing it, he's digging it. What's the? You said that you watch a lot of college basketball. What kind of offense do you like to run? What kind of defense? It's man to man all the way, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah,
for the most part?
I've been man to man, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
But sometimes I've learned that you have to adapt with your personnel.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't fit your guys, if right now we're young, not as physical as we get,
right.
we're going to change things up. And that's what I probably have done better now this past year, and then this year is recognizing I can't just play my I've got to change a little bit, be able to adapt. So defensively, I love man. We do a lot of man work, and that's the ultimate goal is to play man. But I've also realized to be effective, sometimes you have to play some zone, and we'll be doing that this year.
We're going to talk about the roster when we return, as well as get Kevin's thoughts on the rest of the MTC. The MTC is going to be a tough conference again this year.
It is.
It's going to be you always have Woodlawn loading up. They don't. They reload, don't they? We'll be back to talk about that, as well as all kinds of other things. We'll wrap things up here in just a few minutes on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We'll be back right after these words.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your #1 choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in. My guest today, it is Kevin Bowen. He is the head coach of Cisne High School, and we're head basketball coach. We're talking about all kinds of different things. Tell me about the roster. Who's on the team?
We've got 15 guys total. We've got In Klingler's a senior.
Okay.
Malcolm Levi, Dalton Miller.
Those boys played a little bit last year.
Yeah. Malcolm's played some spot minutes last year for us. Works hard. These guys are hard workers. And that's something that will carry them over in life, and that's great.
Well, that's half the battle. I mean, half of what you're trying to do is you're coaching to win ball games, but you're also coaching making sure the kids are learning things about life, right?
You're exactly right. I think athletics is a great tool for that. I mean, it's all about life. I mean, you don't win every game in in life.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to learn to deal with defeat. So,
Sure.
It's a great opportunity for these kids.
Ian and Malcolm. Who else?
Ian Malcolm.
Those are seniors?
Dalton Miller.
Okay.
Yep. And Austin Drake.
Okay.
Austin be a shooter for us and hopefully get some opportunity to knock some shots down.
Good.
And then we have our junior, who is Preston Roberts.
Okay.
We have our lone junior.
Yeah.
He's by himself, but
Wow.
that
makes
good
it kind of tough. That makes it. Numbers are an issue all the time at a small school.
It is. And we've got. We're happy with who's out. Our sophomores, Connor Brack played minutes for us last year. Plays inside. Brendan Potter, shooter for us, came on late in the year. Led us in scoring several games last year as a freshman.
Right. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he did. He had a couple games in the 20s and had a good end of the year for us. And then Jace Hatcher played some for us last year at the varsity level. Jace is shooting the ball really well right now. I'm really happy with how he's put some time in to get better, and it's showing. And that's good to see that. So those guys are the three sophomores.
How about that?
Then we have a load of freshmen. We have a big freshman class that had a lot of success last year.
And you want to make sure that those freshmen will play all the way through.
Right. So they're going to have a chance to play a lot of a lot of JV minutes, which is good. Sometimes the freshman year, you don't play a lot at a smaller school. We don't have a lot of freshman games. So sometimes that freshman year is very difficult. Because it discourages kids because they're not getting a lot of JV time. They're used to playing. You're the big fish in a small pond, and you're back over again. So
they kind of got to get used to it. So when do folks get a chance to see them?
We have Meet the Lions. Tomorrow night, actually, at 6 o'clock.
All right.
We'll have a scrimmage, maybe some drills. Our cheerleaders will be involved. They'll have a couple things also for them.
Any concessions and that kind of stuff?
No, folks? We won't do concessions, but we are going to have we usually have some type of fundraiser to have as admission for the game. And this year, we're going back to our canned food drive. So
that's cool.
It'll be a admission of a canned food will be donated to the local ministerial alliance.
I'm going to say that kind of gives kids an opportunity to help out and give back to the community, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And we did a neat thing last year. We delivered toys to Children's Hospital in St. Louis.
No kidding.
We had the admission was a toy.
Is that right?
So we took a load of kids. Actually, would have gone, I think, this weekend. We went down last year and went to St. Louis and delivered it to the hospital. And of course, there's policies in place where we couldn't actually go visit with the kids, but we took them where their storage is and helped in that situation. So that was neat. It was a chance for us to bond as a team, and then we went.
That's a good idea, though. I mean, that sounds. You don't want to. I can understand the hospitals and policies. You're not going to let the kids go in and give the gifts to somebody, but that's understand. That's really cool that you decided to do it that way. Let's talk a little bit about the Midland Trails Conference. What are we looking at this year? What's going on?
I think Woodlawn, obviously, I think that's known is going to be very good this year. They had a transfer from Mount Vernon High School.
Really? That's all they needed.
6'5" kid.
Is that right? How come you don't get 6'5" transfers?
I don't know.
Where's the foreign exchange student coming to Cisne?
Yeah, we have them. We've had them with, but they're not male this year. So that's we have actually it was kind of funny how that worked out the first couple of years.
You had a 6'6" kid.
We had 2 years in a row had two 6'7" and 6'8" guys that were big parts of
that is funny
basketball.
How that works.
Yeah. So I got accused of, I got out of coaching, and all of a sudden we have these guys showing up. Had nothing to do with me. And I told them, just wait, it'll work out. We haven't had people that have been in. Last year we had a foreign exchange student who was a very good basketball or volleyball player.
Yeah.
And really helped our girls out last year.
Oh, that's good.
It's neat. It's a good program.
Yeah. All right. And Woodlawn's going to be good.
Woodlawn's good. I think Odin has a good shooter back, good player back. They're going to be pretty good, and I think after that, there's a lot of parity. I think anybody could beat anyone in a given night. I know that's kind of a phrase that's thrown out there a lot, but I think it's true.
Any new coaches in the conference?
Yes, we do.
You know where I'm leading.
I know you're going there. Jim Corona is
back.
Yeah. He's
when was the first time you played against Jim Corona?
I did not play against him. My
coached against him.
And didn't coach against him. My experience with Jim was back when he was at Effingham.
Yes.
I was a student at Eastern and had to get some observation hours in. So I called and set up a time for me to come in and to to set with him as he was teaching health classes.
Is that right?
So that was my and actually I had connections. My family, some of my dad's side of the family was from Salem. He was actually at Salem, and some of my uncle was friends with him, so I kind of knew of him when he was back at Salem. I think that was early 80s, I think.
Coach Corona has been all over.
He has. I think his last stint was helping the NBA, like a junior NBA over in China, possibly.
I believe you're right.
Or overseas.
Overseas, so I think it was Europe, though.
Okay.
I'm not sure. That's
and he's at Wayne City.
Who knows with Coach Corona? And he's in Wayne City. That had to be a huge surprise. It was to me, anyway. I don't know about you.
Oh, I was totally surprised. I think my wife works at Wayne City.
Yeah.
And
she said, "Hey, guess who we're getting?"
I didn't believe it.
Did she know that you knew him?
I don't think so. I didn't really know who he was.
Yeah.
Didn't mean anything to her.
No.
So, but when she said that,
the reason we're talking about Wayne City and Coach Corona is, with Coach Corona being back, Wayne City's going to be a pretty fundamentally sound team.
Yeah, they're going to do. He does a very good job. Obviously, he's been at this long.
He's doing something
he knows basketball. You're exactly right. So they will be. They'll be good. I think that they've Coach Morris not there anymore, losing the point guard.
Yeah, lost Giselle.
So that's going to hurt them. But I think there's going to be teams early on that may struggle a little bit, but I think by the end of once they get in his system.
Let's talk a little bit about non-conference. Who have you picked up? Who have you dropped non-conference this season?
Red Hill, non-conference, always a game. It's always been in February for us. Had an opportunity to move it this year, and since we don't have the Grayville tournament, we thought that was a good time to
that's
play
next
that
week.
That is next week. It's Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be there. Wabash will be there next week, next Monday night, 6:30, 6:15, right?
Yeah.
6:15.
Yeah, 6:15 JV start.
Coach Havel's always got a good team.
Yeah, they do. And they're going to be back. They were junior heavy. This group's, I think they've been kind of waiting on this group. They're now seniors.
Yeah.
A good basketball group. Some sophomores that are now juniors. So a very physical team. So we've got our work cut out for us. But that's okay. It's good to play good people early. And our sort of our schedule is very tough.
Oh, I was going to mention that. I was going to ask about that. What in the world were you doing loading up the front end? It's still November.
Yeah.
And you've got Red Hill, and you've got Fairfield, and who else do you
Dietrich.
have? And Dietrich.
Yeah. And then Wayne City's a good game for us.
Yeah.
Conference or not? It's
you play Wayne City twice, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, we don't play North Clay.
Okay.
Play them twice. We don't play them twice. We play in the North Clay shootout.
Yeah, that's right.
We changed that, and that's going to be. I'm kind of interested to get.
I haven't heard about that. I haven't heard.
No, I don't know who we're playing yet, but I know they're trying to do like a crossover with NTC, and
that's December 22nd. Is that when?
Yes.
Then?
Yes.
Okay.
Saturday 22nd. So I'm excited to be in that. The opportunity to play someone different.
Who do you look for? I mean, if you look in the MTC OTC shootout, Effingham? You want Effingham St. Anthony?
No, we're not. No, I think that's safe to say that's not going to happen.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, the good thing is though, you get the St. A's not coming, are they?
I don't think so.
I think I remember hearing that. I'll ask Coach Zeke next week. I've got him coming on sometime.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But see, now that's the interesting. You never get to see St. Elmo.
Right.
Or Brownstown.
Right.
Or some of those other teams, or Cowden Herrick, some of those other teams that are in that conference. It's a real opportunity.
It is. We're excited about it. And that's something that, that time, since we don't play in a Christmas tournament, we play the Wayne City tournament.
Yeah.
Then we play that
early.
Tuesday, I think it's the 19th.
Yeah.
Against North Clay.
Right.
And then we're off until,
January.
after Christmas.
Yeah.
So that Saturday game is kind of a good break for us, where we can play a game and then have a little bit of time off, and then back. It's not as long. That break, the Christmas break's not as long.
Well, you see, that's outstanding. You get the opportunity to enjoy Christmas with the family.
That's a very good thing.
Yeah. And you can tell, Kevin. I'm going to say it again, since we've been harping on it, both of us all. You're getting older, aren't you?
I am getting
older.
And
more mature.
Well, I'm getting older.
Well, yeah, we all are. Best of luck to you, Coach. I know that Cisne's a lot of fun. We'll be at Cisne. I think we've got you 6 games this year.
I think that's
if you don't have the schedule, I'll make sure I get you one before you leave. Hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey today. Thank you, Kevin Bowen, for being here. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's the Take the Points edition. Tune in for that. That's always a lot of fun. Thanks again for watching. See you all Friday. And stay dry. Stay out of the snow.